Ooh, that's stuck. Good morning. How's everyone this beautiful Thursday morning? I am trying to clean up my sewing area, machine area. Monday, I am going to deep clean this room like you've never seen before. It is a hot mess. It looks like a tornado came in here with a sharknado and they just decided to run amok. So, yeah, that's my work room right now. So I'm hoping like on I want to do like a deep clean in my room for Monday and Tuesday, but usually Mondays I'm like dead to the world. It's just hard after the convention because you're like on such a, I guess like a high, like you're around people that like nerdy things that you do. You're talking nonstop, you're having fun, and then like I crash when I get home. Good morning. Yes, all the kids. Kendall actually went and delivered all the kids today at school because he had to pick up the double bass and the cello. If you guys are not aware, my oldest daughter, Faith, who will be 18 in November, plays the violin. My middle child, Hope, who's 13, she plays the double bass. And she also plays the keyboards and a couple other things. She's really like musically inclined. And my son, who is 10, plays the cello. So, yeah, we have a very musical house. So he had to pick up a new we rent during the school year because my kids are forever growing. Like I'll give you an example. Faith had us there's 4 to 5, some say 5, 4 to 5 sizes for a violin. Faith went through step 1 of violin to a full grown size within 2 years. So then we bought her permanent forever home violin. But yeah, they go through a lot of size, and Hope is in this weird size. Her double bass is literally bigger than her. And I just got the one from the school, and Kendall comes home. He's like, "Yeah, Shnova, I think I might need your help." And I'm like, "No zippers." I swear they give my kids the violins and the basses and cellos that have no zippers because they know I'll install zippers into everything. I don't. I think, and last time Kendall had this really cool DC, um, like luggage thing I made that had a pad, and I think they kept it. So I feel like they're like, oh, we're gonna give her this because I know she sews, and she can make some cool bags. Yes, I love. Oh, Faith is really amazing. She has an ear for music. Like she can hear an intro to anything. Like she used to play the intro to Games of Thrones all the time, or she loves the soundtrack to Twilight, and she could play it all. Yeah, my house is very musical, which is really interesting because if you're around me, I don't like repetitive sounds or high pitched sounds. It gives me kind of anxiety, and when you're learning how to play an instrument, all it is repetitive sound. So I like um they're so good to me that it doesn't like irritate me. And I'm a brutally honest person when something irritates me. Um because life is short, right? Why suffer? But they're really good. They're all good. Hope has a here like she Hope has a different ear, like she could play the keyboard, like piano and all that other stuff. My All three of them can sing, but the best singer to me is actually Kendall Jr. They all can dance, but the best dancer is Hope. The the funniest one is actually Faith. She has no idea how funny she is. So they each have their own little quirks, but like Hope is interested in sewing right now, so I'm like on cloud nine. Yes, it's really weird weather right now. Yesterday was hot as Hades. I was not trying to go outside for anything. They canceled some of the school's after school activities. We'll see today. Hope Faith has track today after school, but if it's like 95 degrees, they don't have an indoor track, so they usually have to call it off, which puts the cross country team back. It's just really hard, but we don't want any kids like passed out and faint because Arnetta could tell you we're not used to 90-degree weather. Like even in the summer, it's usually like a high 80s, but 90 degrees is rare. If you look at like Maryland or DC's track record for summer, there's probably like 10 days at most in the 90s. So, like yeah, at most, and that's stretching it. Sorry, I think I lost you guys for a second. Yeah, so we don't really get that hot. Like I don't know if it's I don't know why, to be honest with you. Because I want to say the water, but Florida gets hot, but Maryland doesn't really get that hot. Um, I mean, I lived in California and Arizona, so yeah, Arizona was a whole different heat. I know I like classical rock. Okay, so I'm trying to like get Hope Faith into the electric violin. There's that oh, that whenever I hear someone play that, like I literally go ham. Like I'm a nerd. Like it's like me hearing Sabotage from Beastie Boys. Like whenever I hear that song, I just that's my fight song. You ever have songs like if you were walking down the street and you were a supermodel? Mine's is PYT from Michael Jackson or Black Sweat from Prince. But my fight song is Sabotage by Beastie Boys. I feel like it's a good fight song. It's I have music always playing in my head. So I'm gonna. My husband is upstairs. He's delivering this, and he's making me some coffee right now because he's a good person. Because I didn't have coffee yesterday, and I think everyone in the house knew. I had a Coke though. It's just not the same caffeine rush. I think I don't know. Yeah, right. Beastie Boys Sabotage. Anytime I hear that, I just want to like do backflips off the wall. I don't know why. I just like I can't hear the Mortal Kombat theme. And like my brother was trying to explain to Faith that when Mortal Kombat came out, it was a horrible movie, but everybody was anticipating it, and we were young, and we used to like choreograph play karate fights. Um, and whenever I hear it, I'm like, I literally want to hit something. Oh yeah, Faith. Well, like, okay, so Faith wanted to do it, and then for 3 years she didn't. I have this thing: once you start something, you have to finish it. So it's good that she knows how to do it now, and she plays really well. She can like not play for like 6 weeks and play like she's been playing for her whole entire life. She's been playing basically her whole entire life since she was in pre-K, and she's a senior in high school. I'm gonna have a graduation in May. Um, it's crazy. It's really crazy that she doesn't know how big of an accomplishment that is, and she's really good. Even her posture, everything, she just looks so elegant. Yeah, I like well, I don't know. I was really big on that. Like Faith is also like in honor rolls classes for Spanish, and she's an interesting kiddo. Each one of the I don't know if Hope is going to be able to do any language. I think Hope's language is actually computers and instruments. And when I say computers, I mean computers. Like she can edit and do things like I have never seen before. She knows how to code, she knows how to do everything. And I feel like it's kind of like music. It's a rhyme. It's something in her head that clicks like when she sees music. So yeah. And then my son, he is just different. He's funny. He likes to sing, and he's just a little charmer. He plays the cello really good, and he does a lot of other things good. He's a really good artist, and he is a sucker for his sisters. His sisters can like enrope him into anything, he'll do it. Like whoever he gets whoever gets to be his partner, they're lucky because the his sisters basically taught him how to be compassionate and to work with people. So they also take advantage of that. I'm not gonna lie, they're not saints. They're far from saints. Most of the times I want to throw them out the window, but what can you do? I love them. They came out of me. So yes. Oh my god, yes. Oh, I like Faith says certain things so weird, right? Like she has like no accent. She okay, so Faith, each one of my kids were born in a different state. Faith was born in California, Hope was born in Arizona, and Kendall was here in Maryland. So when Faith started doing Spanish, because out here in Maryland, they start your second language in pre-K. So that she started doing Spanish then, but she said it with a California accent, and it was like hilarious. I have tons and tons of video of her like hola, como estás? You're just like so now her accent has merged to a Maryland California one, but it's hilarious. Like her first couple years of learning Spanish, it was funny because she had a California accent and a Valley accent on top of that. Oh yeah. Yeah, Southern drawl. Yeah, very true. Very, very true. It's a beautiful. Like string instruments are absolutely gorgeous. I do really wish that one of my kids played the saxophone, but I digress. I can't be upset that they all play a string. I just really thought it would be really cool if one of them played the saxophone. And it's not for reasons you think. I love The Simpsons, and I would have them play things that Lisa has played. But that's the sole purpose of me wanting one of them to do it. Yeah. So before Kendall comes down here and he has to go, let me show you the bag I made. I had a custom order where a person wanted a Trailblazer and they wanted a couple of different amenities, but they wanted a Coraline theme. I had no Coraline fabric, and this is one of the reasons why I got my sublimation machine and why I'm definitely interested into the Brother fabric printer, because things like this, I want to make someone's bag come true, but I may not have it. But this time I did, and it was amazing. I got fabric. This is waterproof canvas. I got it in 3 different shades. I got it in a royal blue, deep purple, and a navy blue. And I got it from Fabrics Wholesale Direct. So 3 yards under $30. So she wanted a Coraline theme. We have button zippers, nice pockets, beautiful Coraline theme. And on the back, don't you love how chunky this zipper end is? It's so cute. On the back on the trolley, you have the cat. So we have more buttons. Now she wanted some things that were different. So I'm gonna try to show you this the best I can. So I have a laptop sleeve where you can put inside, let me take out the straps. A laptop sleeve inside. I made another additional slip pocket, and there are these little tubes. And I have to say KMG helped me out with this for the sleeves for a 32-ounce water bottle. So she has 2 additional in here that are also lined with, the sleeves are lined with fusible fleece that is made to keep things warm, to keep things cool. Of course, she has her zipper pocket, and I made another slip pocket. So this bag is chock full of pockets. I made the straps 1.5 inch wide. I didn't use webbing. I used waterproof canvas. Because she's a teacher and she's using this for her computer bag, I wanted this bag to be as light as possible. That's why I used no vinyl whatsoever and used waterproof canvas. But yeah, this is the bag. And I used the variant thread from Wizardly Stitchery. Hey, Kendall. And here's your bag. If you could say. I love you, baby. Same with you. I sent you all the slips, I think.
Okay.
I think. If not, just message me. But I think I did.
Okay.
I think.
I will.
I think I did. I think I did.
You're good.
Okay. I did it. It's FedEx, not USPS. Yes, I did. I remember my nameplate. That was because Sandra was she was sewing, cutting out her dresses for her. She makes custom costumes, so she does. One of hers is from Mal from Rotten to the Core. What is that? Descendants. Yeah, I sang the song to remember the name. So she has a custom, so she was cutting out like 10 or 20 dresses, and I was like, hey, let's just talk so I can do this. I think our video call was like 2 hours, and I finished the whole bag while I was on the phone with her, and it came out really nice. I really love it. I did post it today on Facebook. I have people asking me where I got the fabric, but it's sublimation. I am definitely going to try to start making lessons and like videos on sublimation. I just want to learn more. Like my thing is I don't want to give out education that is like half, you know. So, but I could give you guys a tutorial on like what I made, how I made this particular bag with the sublimation because I did something a little bit different and I had a lot of fun. And the most fun part about it was when I showed my friend Monica, she totally flipped out. I keep telling Monica she needs to make sublimation videos. She's very knowledgeable on that. And I have another friend named Christina that is very knowledgeable, paired with another friend that I met virtually online. So these people have been helping me with my questions. That's given me the confidence to make um, sublimations. And I'm not going to lie, I'm really excited about it because someone could come up to me now with a bag and be like, hey, I want Baby Yoda. And if I don't have the fabric, if I could find a PNG or a JPEG or whatever format, I can convert it over in Printmaster and create something. And I think that is pretty cool. One of the reasons why I was looking for the Brother printer too for fabric. It does a lot of cool things. I know there's other machines out there, and I'm going to start researching those as well. It's just like I couldn't be in research mode right now. Why I have the convention, so research mode will be back on Monday or Tuesday, hopefully. Okay, thank you, thank you, Arnetta, thank you. The interfacing I use for this, I actually use Peltex. I ran out of foam and I have realized that Peltex is actually really quite light. And now that everybody has been sewing with Decoville Heavy, you guys probably noticed that Peltex is not very, it's very like collapsible, foamy, but it retains its shape. Yeah, I use Peltex throughout the whole entire bag. That's it. Nothing else. It's all the thing is 100% waterproof canvas and Peltex. That's it. And it's really light. It doesn't even weigh 1 pound with all the hardware on it. Because if you know that bag, you know that bag uses like 5D rings alone. I was going to do that, but the person just wanted a trolley sleeve. So basically the teacher wanted it to be for her back, like her computer backpack, and then she wanted it to be able to put on her carry-on luggage cart thing when she goes places to places. So I was like, okay. Everybody says hi, Kendall. He's probably like packing up his lunch real quick. The name of the designer is Bagstock, and the pattern's called the Trailblazer. It is it's one of my favorite patterns to make because when I first seen it, I was gravitated to it, but I thought everyone thought it was going to be a baby's bag. But no one except one male has asked me to make it a baby bag. Everybody else wants it as a laptop bag. And rightfully so. It fits. It looks bigger than what it is, and it has a lot of compartments. It has a lot of different things. And I also get it a lot for camping bags. But when I do it for camping bags, I do it in a fully enclosed recessed zipper. And when it does that, it opens up it to be a little bit wider so they can do more stuff. And then I attach certain things to the front so people can put their camping bag or supplies and have things hooked to it. I get a lot of Trailblazers from Trailblazers. Literally, it's the funniest name because that is exactly who the clientele for this bag for me usually is. People that want to hike. Thank you, Lynette. Good morning, Dalva. I know. I definitely will try to do more. I'm trying to when I come back, I'm gonna reorganize my room. There's gonna be some videos that are coming out. There's a couple of new patterns. One of the patterns when I do the tutorial, I'm actually going to do the full tutorial on my free arm. I get emailed like at least 3 times a day asking, can I do a tutorial? Because no one's seen it. That no one's seen me do a tutorial on it. You're right. On the public side, yes, but Patreon has seen me make my knitting bags on my free arm because I like the stitches. The stitches are so uniform. So I'm going to do one of the bag. If you guys are in Aura Rosa group, you know that she already sent out all of us the testers, the pattern. So I think I might actually be doing that whole tutorial on that bag. As well as now, when this is my last convention, I believe I should be able to do a little bit more lives, not only on YouTube but on my in my Facebook group. That's So Nova. And you do more in-depth tutorials for bigger bags. That's my plan. And then of course the 13 nights of Nova Ween. I have some cool things for that. I'm still trying to figure out about a Mad Hatter hat or a witch's hat. It's I write down a lot of notes. The sublimation printer I have is a Sawgrass 500. I purchased it off of when I from my AwesomeCon monies. Every time I have a big convention, like this is my last big convention, I have one tool that I really want to buy to help, just make the workflow a little bit easier. And I love like toys. Like I love new scissors, new button, like whatever. Whatever can help make your job a little bit easier. Good morning, Sandra. Julie, sew it up. I'm telling you, it looks more difficult than it is. Like when she sewed up, you'll be like, "That's it." That's a beauty of backstocks patterns. They look wildly complicated, and they always have a million pieces. But once you start putting it together, you're like, "Wait a minute, that's it." She does know how to make gorgeous bags and make them come together really easily. I need her to make another pattern. I love testing for her. She's like the most chillax tester, like designer to test for. Like she's like, okay, yeah, thank you. I really appreciate your feedback. And like she takes in your feedback. It's just like effortless. No awkward laughing or anything like that. She just takes your information with great stride. Oh my God, your dog knocked your sublimation tape printer off your table. I'm sorry, I almost choked off of that. Yeah, I have like a a solid piece of like shelving, and it's on the top shelf. Loki can touch it with the top of his head with on all fours, but he's not really interested in that. When he comes in here, he mostly tries to eat. He tries to smell the oil source out. He smell because like I oil all three machines, so the oil like the lily white oil is underneath one of the thing. He's always trying to smell that. Like, and it's really weird because I can't smell the anything in it, but there's something in it that draws his attention. He doesn't eat it or lick it. He just sniffs it for like an hour if you let him. So yeah, that's the only source that he really tries to come in here. And then he likes to find my batting, which I try to put up high now, higher than he can reach, because he likes to take it down so he can make a bed. It's like I said his name too many times, like Beetlejuice. I hear him walking across the thing. Is it yeah? So like those are the only two things. Roxy really doesn't come in here unless Kindle's in here. So yeah, but no, knocking your sublimation, I probably would have cried and like, but like cried and hugged my dog at the same time because I'm weird like that. You're gonna be sewing a skirt today? Yeah. So she was setting things on fire, which I feel like is a great tutorial. I think that setting things on fire when you're sewing is really fun. Because of the costumes that Sandra makes, they don't get hemmed because they're a certain part of the movie where the person turns from like a dragon into a human and she's like patting down her skirt because it was on fire. And it's actually quite brilliant. And I was telling, like, I love melting things, so I like fire. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, Trailblazer bag by Bagstock. Yes, do it again, especially because you did an all denim last time, Renetta. I bet like you can have some fun with doing it in so many different things. I seen one. If you go on Instagram, just put in Trailblazer backpack. There is one that was made with linen, and it's this guy. He's wearing this linen suit with a linen Trailblazer, and I was like, why didn't I never think about making it in linen? It would be so elegant, like very vacation mode. Like that would be a really cute vacation luggage. And like have your family's initials in there or something. I think would be awesome. Yes, it is domestic friendly. Namira does not sew. Like you guys will be very surprised how many bag designers don't sew on an industrial. She's one of them. We don't have Country Cow doesn't sew on an industrial. Her husband Joe doesn't. Adam does. but Joe does not sew. When she's doing her videos, they're all on a domestic machine. You have Alexis from Ovarosa that's on a domestic machine. You have Erica. There's so many designers who don't sew on an industrial. So I was talking to a friend yesterday about that. Sometimes it's not, their industrial is just another tool. The talent behind the talent is there, and each person, each one of us has a talent that can make our bags shine. So go for it. It's all about the materials you use and what you can keep out of your seam allowance. But yes, because the bag is made with foam, and if you did it with vinyl, foam decompresses, especially if you get it by Annie, and it's very domestic friendly. And then there's no binding. So yay. No binding. I don't know. I'm team binding though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like birthing a bag, but I don't mind when it's at the bottom and you can do that whole cool pocket thing. That's cool then. You don't have to worry about it. What's your favorite baby diaper bag? The Bell bag. I feel like it's a classic shape. So when I do get baby diapers, like I usually get the Bell, and they want "This is how much I love you," and then I'll buy the book. I will put everything in it, and I'll make like a little blanket or burp cloths and go for it. But you could do the same with Winnie the Pooh. I feel like it's just a really classic shape. It's a very like 90s baby bag. And I just feel like this retro feeling feels good. Like because if that's Swoon in a nutshell. All Swoon patterns are classic shapes. They're like very retro. So I don't know. I'm drawn to like that retro look for a baby bag. But I do also think the chickadee from So Sweetness is a great baby bag because one, it pops open like Mary Poppins. Anytime you can do that, it's pretty cool. It's like, and I like all the little like front pockets and everything. I think you can add more to it. And then the thing about Sarah, she always adds like different, she has like different features like how you can add a water bottle holder to a side of a bag with mesh. You can do it in the inside and create more pockets. So there's quite a few that you can do. I oh, I will, Cynthia. I promise. Um, No, there's no, it doesn't have that. That was the person requested the 32-ounce bottle, and I was able to put it in because I was looking at another pattern from a different designer, and I took that one element of the water bottle and installed it into the interior of that. Just like it doesn't have a laptop sleeve component, I took that idea from the Duncan from the one we just did from Sincerely Jen. So I like that's when I learn how to do a pattern, I start freaking stunning things when I want to do another one. Hopefully, yeah, I'm hoping your machine could be repaired. Or if it didn't, some machines could fall down and then there's like nothing wrong. This is really good latte. See, she made a Viking on her Viking the Trailblazer. Um, I have so I this is where I want Monica to come in because Monica converted a regular printer into a sublimation machine. I am as much as tech savvy I am, and as much as I have kids that are tech savvy, after my research, I wanted to have a printer that was originally it is a supplement. That's all it is, a sublimation machine. And then when I went to buy, I didn't know. I just this is just a machine that I want. I heard a lot of things from it. I watched a lot of HTV like people that sell like t-shirt supplies because that's most of the time that people will do sublimation are the same people. And then I called around and I spoke to a lot of different people that own different like where they have like cutting repair things, heat presses, and all that, and to get more information. And they would send me on to YouTube videos and blogs and Pinterest things, and that's how I made my decision. But there are people like Monica who could take like an Epson printer and convert it over to a sublimation machine. Now the thing is with that, you have it only again could be a sublimation machine. You can't sit there and use it as a printer to print out a pattern. So I'm hoping that after this convention, I can talk her into doing like a video live with me, so that way she can talk to people about that because I can't. Um, I'm a chicken, so I didn't go that route. I'm just that's just who I am. Like I will wind up going back and forth. You guys like were in my head and you can hear the like the back and forth that I go with just choosing one thing, you would just die laughing. You're like, Shova, you're in your head too much. Just let it go. But yes, Monica knows how to, she's very sublimation savvy. And I had another friend that also converted one over. For me, I just went for Sawgrass because the warranty, I liked the print manager. I liked everything that came with it. And I'm a person that if the whole package comes where you can have a design studio, a print master, and all that, then it's just easier for me. There's already built-in blanks. I was talking to other people that have the Sawgrass, and there's blanks that you could buy, and the computer recognizes it, the printer recognizes it. It's pretty cool. So it's easier that way. And what really got me, and I haven't even done it yet, is that they have these really cool blanks that are keychains that I could put like That's So Nova or Nova's Knits or make a fandom keychain for a thank you versus putting a pouch. So that it was things like that where it wasn't just the machine, but the programming behind the machine that drew my attention. When you convert one over, there's no programs like built in. So that was my biggest draw. Like I wanted the programming behind it. I'm really big on that. I love it. I think it's important. I think it's important to have like something that like you guys heard about like the Dido machine, right? Like it's a projector machine, but when I was going to get one in the beginning of the year, I was like, yes, I'm gonna get this versus the one at the school. But when I found out that you only can use their software, and their software does not allow you to use outside print like patterns or indie patterns. It's only patterns like named Jiffy or Jimmy or something. And it was a hard pass for me. And that's why I chose a just us from a school, just a generic projector, because I can upload different things. So like you have to figure out what is your give and take. Software is very important to me. Thank you, Lynette. Now for the let's just light some tool on fire. It's okay, let's do this. Yeah, an HD9, it's a semi-industrial, but it's not an industrial. My thing, like, is a semi-industrial to me is like just a higher end domestic, like, or a domestic that is meant for consistent work. But it's still a domestic. She still uses hump jumpers. And if you look at her last thing on her Facebook, go to Country Cow, not the pattern group, but her face page, she's using a hump jumper on her newest pattern. So that's why to me, like, if you have to use a hump jumper, it's not an industrial. It's not like I don't really think my 5550 is an industrial. If you ask me, because I use a hump jumper on that bad boy all the time, front and back. I use it in the videos. You guys see me use cases. Is the machine a beast? Yes. My engine is amazing and I can go faster than a domestic, and that's it. I still use the same walking foot as a QVP Mini. I use all the feet for a QVP Mini is the feet that I use for this Juki. I can pick up feet in a store. I can't. So to me, in my head, it's just like a semi-industrial, domestic kind of, because it could take commercial things versus industrials there's not, you can't just go into like a Joann's and pick up a foot. Like it's not. So like, I don't know. If you have to use a hump jumper, and grant you, she's not joking. When you go to Country Cow's page, you're gonna need a hump jumper. My bag that I made, I used it on my 5550, and I had to use a hump jumper several times, but it was so worth it. This bag, her bag, oh, I don't know how Joe creates bags like that. That bag is now gonna be my permanent bag. That's gonna be, I'm so happy that it comes out next week, so that way I can wear it to So Magical. I'm like elated. It is so cool. I really want to make another one, but I don't know what theme yet. I need to decompress from this Baltimore Comic Con. But yes, that bag is amazing. No, there's no cup holders built in. The sides are cup holders, Christine. The lady that wanted the bag wanted additional cup holders, water bottle holders, so I installed them in the inside of the bag. Oh, I'm glad that your son's going to replace it though. I love binding. I love binding and birthing. It just depends on the bag. For the Trailblazer, I just put the way I put assemble it. I just there's the hole in the bottom of the bag, so it just births so easily. And it's soft. My thing was nothing but Peltex and waterproof canvas. There's nothing to really like try to smash out. Like it was fairly easy to birth because I used like minimal stuff. It's so light. Like it is so light. That I love the fact that when a bag's so light because I know it has I did double Peltex on the bottom of the base so it can hold a computer and there's foam and fleece in the laptop sleeve area so that she could put her laptop there and it'll be protected. Um but it's light. You should definitely try it. Yep, Arnetta, that is absolutely right. I know. Oh, I know. I seen her pattern and it looks so cute. Oh my God. All these people and their cute patterns, man. I seen it. I went onto the page and there's only like sneak peeks. So I'm excited to see where it goes. Good morning, Gypsy. Yeah, I mean, there in my theme, in my class, my thing, if we do the hitchhiker, I might show you guys how to put a water bottle sleeve in, but it's fairly easy. This is like my build-up classes, like they're trying to show you little things you could take, or when we're modifying bags, if you go through the catalog that we already done, there could be things that we modify that you could take from one and put it in another. It becomes like second nature. Thank you, Cindy. There's no pattern for the water bottle holder. I had seen, there was another person that had a bag from KMG and she likes to put water bottle holders inside of her bag. And then I just thought about it and she was helping me out because I was like, dude, COVID brain. And we thought about it. The diameter of the water bottle was like it was under 3.5 inches. So that means that in full length, I needed 11 to 12 inches for circumference to fit a 3.5 inch diameter water bottle. And if the water bottle's 10 inches, I did half of that in order to make sure that it's secure. So I had a probably like a 10-inch by 12.5-inch piece, fold it right sides together, did a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, birthed it, turned it, and then I put it inside the seam. So it's just like a little sleeve. You open it up and you can put your water bottle in it. Yeah. Which one do I have? Me? Dalva? Yeah. The thing is that it's the same thing. You could take literally the outside pockets on the Trailblazer, you could take that same template and just put it in the inside as well, and it'll be holders inside. Just you have to look if there are water bottle pockets on the outside, you could just take that same exact pattern piece, cut them out, and then put them on the inside sides, and then now you have 4 water bottle holders or bottle holders. Sawgrass 500 sublimation. I wanted the 1000, but I'm not going to be beggars can't be chooser. I just didn't have that money to get that next level. You can do bigger ones on the 1000, but again, I'm okay with the 8x11 because I'm usually using it for a bag. So I don't need it that big. I don't make t-shirts or anything. The only time I make t-shirts is going to be like I'm trying to think for my thank you gift for Patreon. And last year I did the names sports team or whatever. This year I'm going to have like I'm trying to figure out something else cool like with t-shirts for a thank you gift. Cuz I like t-shirts, guys, okay? Yeah, I don't want to cover like things over. I'm like a coward cuz like if I had like $100 printer and then I converted over and then I put this ink in and it all is a bust, I would cry. I would cry with sublimation ink all over my hands and it would be a hot mess. A sublimation machine is a printer, and the circuit is a cutting machine. You use both of them. So like you could print out like your sublimation design like the Coraline head, and then you can have that software talk to circuit and it can cut it out so that way when you press it, it's nice clean lines versus cutting it. But they're two different machines. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Java, about this. It's a straight stitch machine and not because I honestly think some of the Trindle machines and like the Rocketeers, they hold up a little bit better than a QVP Mini. But that's just my personal opinion. I am not a professional. I just feel like the older machines, the all metal machines, sew better, and I like the stitches better, and I just feel like it can handle a lot more better than anything that has plastic. Yeah, I know. Hey, Shannon, what's up? Yeah, I have a lot of testing ahead of me. Well, no, I have 3. I'm already done uh with Country Cows. We did ours a little bit earlier and it was really cool. Like she's just her and Adam are amazing. I love seeing the dynamic their duo and like I love the fact that she makes her stuff on her domestic and then she has Adam makes it with a fabricator. He made one in leather, and I literally want to. That's I'm salivating. I want to make it. I want him to do a video separate from Joe so bad, showing us what he did because I was like, holy smokes, like that dude can sew, man. He can sew. He's really talented. So like I don't know. You already know how I feel about Country Cow. Like I have a big heart for them. Yes, the new country cow pattern is like the Joe always progressively like thinks outside the box. There's something about her that I just don't know what it is. It's the same thing I feel about Noodlehead. There's just like this organic wild child like in the flowers with really cool hats. You have to have a hat in this fantasy. And like your hand is going through like sunflowers and like those stalks that look like with the grass that they put in their mouth. That is country cow and Noodlehead. Yeah. Yes, the portable one is Cellrite. I do have one friend that has one and she loves it. I've been hearing really good, great reviews, and it also has a zigzag stitch. Cellrite is a great machine because it's made for the boating industry and they're sold to the public. So the machines were made for like putting cells together, putting upholstery together. It's a great solid machine and it's pretty cool. Like, just like I always tell people, when if you have a chance, I know everyone's like, "Oh, Juki, Juki, Juki." Have you looked at the Tandy Leather Cobra? Like, there's so many cool industrial machines out there. There's more than just Juki. So have fun, research. That's half the fun. Okay, at least for me, it's half the fun. I love researching. Um, I'm weird about it. Like, I like will put questions and then like debate with myself. It's I don't know why. Yes. Her pattern is super classy, and Shannon always brings, an elegance that's when I see her patterns, I see elegance. And it's just unique, and it's a standout piece. That's what you expect. And I the thing is that behind the scenes, I see how hard she works, and it makes me appreciate her patterns even more. Like, she puts her all into it, and she sets strict boundaries. So what I've learned from Shannon, it's okay to take a day off. That if you want to have the weekend off to be with your family or you want to stop at 5 o'clock, it's okay. And still produce over the top amazing results. So yeah. You learn something from each designer. Linda, that is like the best explanation of a sublimation I've ever heard. I might have to screenshot that. Yeah, they use their circuit to cut out the sublimation, or your brother scan and cut, or your silhouette. Or you could be like me and I like freehand cut things out. Don't ask what. Just it's weird. I like cutting with scissors. I'm like really good at cutting with scissors. Like if I could just trace it out, then I can cut it out right. Me and the rotary are like the X-Acto knife. We're not one. We're not one. It takes me everybody has downfalls, and that is a major downfall of the many I have. Yes, they have like when you print it out, there are like there are keys that you can print out along with it so that your circuit can recognize it so it can cut everything out really nice. Yes, I heard. I see Needle and Acres bag. Yeah, coffee cozies and water bottles. So I had to find a bigger actually bowl cozy because Kendall loves these bowl cozies. Like I didn't know it was like something that was missing in his life. So I have like a bigger one that I found, and it has actually a template from Creative Grid. So I'm gonna try to see if I can make a couple of those with some like holiday, like I like Halloween prints ones because I don't know, we eat a lot of chili and hot stuff in October. So yeah, howdy Terry. Yeah, I'm excited about the new pattern too. Um, I that's a good question. I have not done that. I print from my laptop. I'm on my laptop and there is for the Sawgrass there is the Make It space and then I can bring whatever files on over and I can design similar to like Brothers Canvas and then I can send it to my print master and send it and then it can send out keys or recognition like I don't have a Cricut so like it's like a special barcode or whatever on the side of it so the silhouette can cut out it perfectly. And for the brother, all I have to do is actually scan the photo in and have it come back out and then just hit cut around it. Brother scan and cut is very straightforward and simple. I love Canvas too. It's just like, but you literally can just scan it in. You don't have to do anything else. No, don't go fast. Like the thing is that I'd rather you someone take a long time to do something right than do something fast and there's nothing but updates because things were like missing. So I say that's one of the things I appreciate. Like I know when I watch one of your reels, it's going to be a mini trailer. And I sit down and I wait for it. It's exciting because the way you do your production is a reflection of yourself. So we're watching your artistry. So take your time. I always like have fun, take your time. I feel like when a designer's rushing, they're trying to do it for the public and it really is not for the public because the people like you for who you are and want to make bags because of what you do. So take your time. Yeah, very true, Dava. A lot of quilting machines because the QVP Mini is a quilting machine. Man, that hover though, they have this hover with the stippling. Whenever I get my hands on it when I'm quilting, it is amazing. It is literally if you like to quilt, there is a QVP Mini that I don't know if it's this year or last year's. It has this really cool hovering, so you can do the stippling and free motion. It's epic. Yes, I use sublimation on my Coraline bag. I got the files from Etsy, which were relatively inexpensive, like $3, and it actually had like 10, but I just wanted the one with her head looking out. And I actually had fun with the writing of Coraline because I didn't want to cut out each letter. So I got to actually do some designing where I have blue stars, purple stars in the name, and like the E has a button. I like buttons and everything like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Adam is amazing. Lynette, you're actually right. Fast is not always the way to go. You just do you. People like you for you. Yeah, Adam is a really great sewist, and I'm just like, and he has their personality. And you have to do this. This is the cutest thing. Go to Bag of the Month and look what Adam is like saying, thank you for trying our new pattern and Bag of the Month. And he's kind of like presenting Janelle. But look at Joe. That if you don't see love, then you guys are blind. That is the cutest video I've ever seen. She's looking at him like the whole time he's talking, and it is so it's so romantic. I know that I'm a sucker for romance. I'm a sucker for romance. Like it is the I when I see this, like, oh my god, it's so cute. I showed it to Kendall. He was like, yeah, they love each other a lot. It's really cute. You got to see this video. Like, I don't know. Slow and steady rinse and waste. And she does have really good process. And yeah, I have the Sawgrass 500 sublimation machine. If you are, before you are like anyone runs out and get it, one, research yourself. Two, talk to someone that sells these sublimation, please, like HTV places, and talk to more than one. Two, I mean, for three, it's like an embroidery machine. I would recommend some people want to you get the biggest one that you can afford because you can outgrow it. So if you plan on making t-shirts and other bigger things than an 8 by 11, you might want to look into the 1000 or there's one above that. So research. See? With the no, yeah, dude. Nicole from New Moxie brought her Kenmore in during the retreat with Sandra. Oh my god, that thing is a baby beast. I was like, "Oh, she had it. That's her baby. That's like her baby machine." It was man, those stitches were nice. It was like a long time since I've seen a Kenmore stitch. I get really excited what stitches in a uniform lane. I don't know. I don't know why. Yes. Oh yeah, I love Anna's fabric line. It's always really pretty. Um, it's really crazy. There's so many designers that have fabric lines, and I would never know until I like explore their page. Like So Sweetness had some fabrics. There's a lot of people that have a lot of designers. Gertie from Charm Patterns, before she did Charm Patterns, she worked for McCall and Vogue, and she had a fabric line as well. It's interesting. I started finding all these designers that who had it, and I'm like, that makes sense. I can see how the two merge because you are designing a pattern and then you think about fabric to go with it, and I can see how those two things like work together. Let's see. Yeah, you the test for everything. I wanted to try the again, I didn't try it last time, but they had that is it the machine that looks like it's so like it does a patch. They had that there and I forgot to test drive it out, but hopefully I can this time. No, and Shannon, that actually really did help me because like I have Dalva that's telling me to rest, which she's an amazing person for that. And when you did your live in the group with us and you were like, I'm not doing, this is my time with my family. My husband overheard and he was like, yeah, Shanova, seriously, you need to take at least one day off where you're not by your sewing machine or thinking about work or whatever. And I think it's really hard when you have your businesses out of your home. I think it's incredibly hard to separate work from pleasure and from time because it's so easy to be like, oh, I need to do one more thing. I need to go one more thing because I'm in my workroom and it's downstairs in the basement. So like it's very easy for me to lose track of time or spend more time than I need to. So I actually appreciate that balance, and it's something that I think needs to be talked about in the sewing world because sometimes we're just like go 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 and we're not like even having time to really appreciate our own work. There's like 3 bags that I have up there that I'm bagging and tagging that I don't even remember sewing. I am not joshing you. I don't remember sewing them. at all. Like, I had to go into my phone, look through pictures that I took to even recognize, and oh, 2 out of 3 have pictures, meaning that I didn't ask my husband to take pictures of this one, and I have no idea how that even happened. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a zigzag machine and an industrial because, like, I think it looks cool. There's this person's bags that when she does her zipper, plackets, like her zipper, part of the gussets, instead of doing like the 1/8 of an inch stitch or 1/4, she does a zigzag stitch and it always looks so amazing. So I'm like, yeah, industrial with a zigzag stitch is pretty cool. There'll be one vendor there. I know the name of the group too. I'm just they and he always has really all the threads too. I usually get threads. That's why what weighs down my suitcase is the threads because I'll go there looking for 90 and 129 weight threads. I go through them so much. Look, I got this one in February. They're usually like this. February. I use this color a lot. I have to reorder this one. This is like my like neutral color of choice. I think I work with a lot of browns and greens, but yeah, February. Yeah, I cut everything with scissors. I do have like sharp scissors, but I also have like a freakish amount of scissors. Like this is just in one workstation. I don't know why I have this many scissors in one, and each area has the same thing. I like scissors a lot. Oh, they're like my favorite thing to buy. If there's like a cute pair of scissors, I will buy them. You need to there's usually classes if you can find in your quilting store or like wherever you buy your circuit, there's sometimes they have classes that you can go to. I'm not savvy at circuit whatsoever at all. I okay, so I can do an X-Acto knife if I'm like hyper focused, but let's call a spade a spade. I am never hyper focused. Yeah, the ScanNCut's really fun. It's a very I feel like it's more it's a friendly software because literally it's in the name what you do. Like if you have this Yoda, you scan it in, it recognizes it, and you can tell it to cut it out or emboss or deboss or like do a million different things. You can even bedazzle. You can put they have like the set where you can put like jewels on things. Like it's really very cool. I can't print on cardstock. I just ruin it. That's why I'm like, when I have a back pattern that I know I make a lot, I go for those templates. I'm like, it's time for the templates. I'll say for the I'm say like so I have in my head, if I hit a certain number, there's 3 templates I want. Just 3. And then I'll be okay for a while until I get a new fan favorite bag. Like, I mean, I don't know. There's some templates I use a lot more. Like if you were in my workroom, you'll be like, Shanova, your Betty Bowler template looks pretty scratched. Like I don't even think it has writing on it anymore, like at all. I use that. That's like my favorite template because like it's such a weird shape. It's shaped like the classic like camper, which I appreciate now. When I first was sewing the bag, I didn't understand, but then when I looked at a camper, I was like, oh, yeah. But yeah, that's my favorite template. It is has so many scratches. It has edge painting on it. I think it has like a double-sided tape where no matter I don't know how it's still sticky, but like whenever I put on fabric, it still sticks no matter what. I don't know why. Yes. You can the cool thing about the, ScanNCut, if you all your machines are brothers, they all could talk to each other. So you can do embroideries, you can do all these really crazy stuff with it. You can do like metal tags, a lot of stuff on it. I know. I hate when things break and go out of business. Yeah, it is. It's so, so hard to not build up boundaries. Like, and it's because I think this is the same thing, like, a lot of when you were seeing, like, jokes and stuff, like, during COVID when people were working from home, how they would have, like, business suits on the top of it, like, be in their boxers or, like, nothing on on the bottom, like pajama bottoms or something. It's because it's really hard. There's, like, a study talking about, like, people that work from home have a harder time sleeping than people because we're not outside of the house as much. Um it's really crazy. I'm going to work on it. I have to because I don't wanna miss anything because I'm so focused on, orders and videos and all that. Yeah, you have to have shop hours. Dalva does tell me. She's she'll be like, "Hey, you need to rest." Yeah, they're mostly the same size, okay? Maybe kinda hold on. I mean okay, these 2 are it's okay, but I also have this thing, okay, so, like, when I'm cutting out your patterns, for your sides, I have the heavier the scissors, the easier it is for me to cut them out. I don't know why. I use heavy scissors with, your tabs, your side tabs. It works. And also, the heavier the scissors also double down as a pattern weight if I have to trace something. I'm just throwing that out there. These are like built-in pattern weights. This one's heavy. The Kai is so light, and this one, I don't even know. This is a weapon of mass destruction just being purple. It's so heavy. Yeah, it's hard. I'm sorry, Christine. I know. I'm telling you, Renetta, I'm like that. So I bought these because this lady, she had these at a um like it was a craft show, but kind of like bring your own craft stuff and people things that they don't want. She didn't want these. And I was like, they're purple. They have no name on it. Um, but they weigh like, oh, sorry. Nope, sorry. Here, so much cosplay. It's the in there. So much cosplay. They're cosplaying scissors. And they cut super smooth. My favorite into corner ones are the Kais, and I don't know, these ones they're light, but as you can see, like I am rough. There's like glue, there's edge paint on everything. Like I am the worst edge painter. I like it the end results look amazing, but the ramification on the outside is abysmal. Okay. Yeah, it does. I blame mine's is I've been having COVID fog. Let's see. Yeah, I make well, okay, so for poor lady temples, I'll ask Kendall to do it for me. He uses, what does he use? He uses the Dollar Tree plastic things and for if I need it desperately, but most of the time I'll do paper, and then I'll do, like, weird stuff, like, I'll use, like, the double-sided tape for clothing that, like, barely doesn't stick on anything, and I'll put it on one side and I'll hand cut around it so it stays in place while I do it. But yes. Because I lose paper to like, I'll the problem with me is that okay, my dad dubbed me as paper disease, I swear to you, it's been an ongoing thing since I was, I don't know, as far as I remember, I like paper, so I draw, I doodle, I'll make things with paper all the time. So what I do now is as I got older, I realized how much paper collections I have. So as soon as I see any kind of paper on the floor, I'll throw it away, and it'll be either a pattern piece or instructions or whatever. So it takes me forever to keep an actual pattern. Um, it's Yeah, I have paper disease. Like, I Hope was laughing because I was doing my bag and tagging, writing out the numbers, and I was ripping out the pages from the previous one, and in it, you could see my notes from, like, what bags were what, but then there's a bazillion drawings all over it. Like, she's like, "You have, like, 15 pages of just doodling." I'm like, "Yeah, 100%." Okay, Kanye's. That's not weird at all. It's not. I sleep I sew pretty late in the night, but, um, like, if I've done the bag a million times, it's just literally muscle memory, like, I can do it without paying attention. "Hey, Brittany." Yeah, I haven't got, my Kai scissors sharpened ever, and they're, like, 6 years old, and they're really sharp still. So, I would go to Joann's probably to get these ones sharpened, but yeah, because these the I have had these for a long time too, and they have been sharp, but they're just, like, very heavy, so I don't know. And my thing is I don't think, they need to get sharpened because they go dull, it's because I drop them on concrete floor a lot. Yeah, it's hard. Aren't the purple ones beautiful? They're from, I'm just opening the blaze straight to my chest. Don't do this at home, kids. So much cosplay. Did you hear that? I love that sound. There's not scissor sounds are amazing. Doing ASMR just of cutting fabric. I'll be like, I'm going to bed now. Yeah, I love me some Kai. These are the ones that are my ride or die. And I always try to get them in their lighter weight. My pink and cheers are Kai. So, and I've never got these sharpened, and they're about 4 years old now. Oh yeah, like whenever my family in Spain show me like the scissors and stuff like that, I want to like order like a whole bunch of stuff. Um, I have plans. They were telling me about this other similar to cork where they use coconuts like leaves like the leaves and whatever to make textile, and I was like, shut up, I want to see this. Let me see. I'm good at edge coding. I'm just met the like the me, I become messy. Like I have edge coating t-shirts now. Like when you dye your hair, you have like those hair. This is my hair dye shirt. Yeah, it's edge coating because like I get I get super hyper focused on trying to make everything perfect, so everything falls out on me. I'm just a mess. But I'm a messy like if I'm coloring with you, I start coloring outside of the lines before I go inside, and it drives everyone who ever colors with me crazy. Yeah. Fiskars has nice scissors too. They they have these little ones, they're embroidery, and they have, like, little, they're orange color, and they are sharp. They can get into those corners really nice for pockets, but I always lose them. Like, there's probably, like, 80 in here. There's a vortex somewhere that takes my scissors, my rulers, and clips. Yeah, you have to figure out what tools work for you, like, apparently, like, some random metal tools work for me. Like I used to I was edge coding like 2 nights ago, and I used the back of a Phillips screwdriver, and my husband was like, "I'm done." I'm done. He's like, "There's unconventional, and I'm just gonna grab whatever's in my first sight." And I'm like, "Well, it was right there." And I was like, "This might be a good painting tool." Yeah, no running with scissors. I know there might be, but there's not, there probably is going to be someone there. I'm just not, I would have to fly with scissors, and I already freak out that TSA thinks it's weird that I come back home with like a million zippers. And like the last time I had this in my thing, they were like, "What is this, ma'am?" I'm like, "You can open it up. It's an empty." It just, you can't. And the thing with this is you can't open it and like separate it, so it just looks really weird on an X-ray. Like it just, and then I always have to be like, "I'm coming back from a sewing retreat," or whatever. It's like really weird. Like it's pretty funny. Yeah, I have this really cool vintage pinking shears that I haven't showed you guys yet, but I use them occasionally. They're extremely sharp. They kind of intimidate me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared of them, but they're it's like it kind of rotates. It's like if a scissors and a rotary blade made a baby, this was it. So yeah. But all right, I'm gonna hop off because I have to finish bag and tagging. I need to deep condition my hair and do that. I need to get all the medicine ready, get my daughter's bags packed, my bags packed, and put my kit for my con kit. So I am really, really excited about that, and not because I always forget something in my con kit. I always forget something. It's usually a lighter or scissors. Because like when I'm putting up bags, you know how you see a loose thread? I always say that I'm gonna bring a lighter, and I always forget to bring the lighter and scissors. It looks super weird when you don't have scissors. I always bring a measuring tape, because if you get someone that's really tall or really small and petite, and they're like, "I want this bag, can you make it custom?" You can get measurements right then and there. Always bring a measuring tape. Um, so yeah, I need to do that. Most likely, Terry. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a really good day, and I'm hoping that I can do a live tomorrow. I don't know. We might be driving up to Baltimore around this time, and it'll be just maybe in the car live with Hope in the background with her commentary. And I can't censor that little girl. All right. I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.